I'm Liz Joyner, founder and president of the Village Square. We build civic trust between people who don't look or think alike. So in 2017, the Village Square was 11 years old. And while we were highly established in Tallahassee, we thought we had a wonderful model to take to other communities. And the grant that we were awarded was on our Jefferson Dinner project. And we decided that that was just a wonderful way to kind of spread that trust building experience that we have almost always over food, by the way, at the Village Square. We think that breaking bread together really makes a difference in terms of how cordial we feel towards our neighbors who don't necessarily see things the way we do. So the Jefferson Dinner was a great project to do that. And actually, we were originally approached by 92nd Street Y because they were launching the project Ben Franklin Circles. And they thought the project sort of sat well next to each other. And we had been thinking about doing the Jefferson Dinner project for a little while. And there we go. It was a match made in heaven. So I've been enamored of the Jefferson Dinner format for a long time, since I was invited to a really cool private Jefferson dinner with some cool tech people, where it's, one of the things about the Jefferson Dinner is that you have one conversation around the table. And another thing is that you have people who really do not see things the same way around the table. So it's kind of an incredible opportunity to build bridges. When we first launched the grant, we began having Jefferson dinners specifically around the work that we do on race in Tallahassee. And we had a number of Jefferson dinners that were hosted by our local color catalysts. And we talked about race-related issues. We also took our Jefferson dinner to have a large Jefferson dinner with bridge builders in the field at Monticello, and which was really an extraordinary experience that really connects you with the history and also the work that we had to do, because this was after the tragic events in Charlottesville, and there we were in that hometown. And it was an amazing opportunity to talk with people in a really constructive and deep way. We've done just really Jefferson dinners, in all sorts of different ways across the country. We've done them before big events that we had with elected representatives. We've done them with a local chef in Frenchtown in Tallahassee with 40 people gathered around different tables. We've done them with attorneys, with a big group of attorneys to debate all sorts of different issues, where each of about 15 tables had different topics to talk about. So, it's been a really cool experience to have all those different experiences peel out of that. Another thing that happened as a result of the grant is that we worked really closely with, more than one other bridge organization. Some were newer and starting up, and others were established. And it gave us an opportunity to sort of all accelerate each other's work. And we had other organizations who were doing Jefferson dinner programs and Ben Franklin circles. And we also did, here in Tallahassee, we did a Ben Franklin circle. So it was a great opportunity to integrate. And I think it made the field stronger together. We were very geographically focused on the two hometowns where we had official village squares, and that's Tallahassee and Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And so the grant gave us the opportunity to spread our wings and do work, coast to coast. And just beginning to think of your work that way is pretty transformational. So it really was, it was our bridge to the whole country. And we're still doing that work now. We regularly do, well, the Jefferson Dinner is still there as a tool that people can use. But then we also are doing digital programming that, has a very wide reach. And it really, the Jefferson Dinner Project was the first opportunity we had to do that. So since we first received the grant, we've continued to work with organizations across the country, feel very close to the Bridge Alliance and other partners. There's, almost not a week that passes that there isn't some kind of new opportunity that we see in working with other organizations, growing the number of citizens that care about this work. For us, that now includes, we've just launched a digital series that will be multi-year called Unum, Democracy Reignited with Florida Humanities. And we have a program on September 30th with Dr. Danielle Allen of Harvard that we're really excited about as part of that series. And that's going to go on for a number of years to come. We also have launched a podcast called Village Squarecast, and we're very excited about that. That was sort of a silver lining that came out of the pandemic, because we had to reach our audience. And so we went ahead and started podcasting. We actually have 15 years of back programs on audio that we sometimes do some throwback episodes on the Village Squarecast. And then another thing that's coming for us soon is we're going to launch something called Flying Pig Academy, where we help other bridge building organizations accelerate their work with some of the lessons that we've learned doing this for a decade and a half. So luckily, you can be involved in the Village Square's work no matter where you live in America right now. And to find out more about us, go to villagesquare.us online. That's villagesquare.us. We've also got a project where you can invite pairs of speakers who disagree with each other to your community or your campus. And you can find that project online at respectandrebellion.com. And they're just wonderful pairs of friends who really do disagree, and they're great role models for how you do that in a diverse democracy.